was like, shit. I was like, bruv, how am I gonna show this test that's not negative to man's Marjay? Like, what? Hold on, pregnant. Like, even though I knew it, a part of me wanted that test to be negative, just so that she could go to God. Like, I just wanted her to go to It's Nana. Welcome back to my channel. I've been wanting to do this segment for a very long time. I don't know why I've called it a segment, but basically every Monday I'm gonna upload a video, something motherhood related. So why not start off with telling my mum I was pregnant? Dun, dun, dun. Listen, I can't even lie to you guys. Telling my mum I was pregnant. Fam, it was peak. It was peak. I didn't even tell her I was pregnant. She caught me. She knew I was pregnant. It started off with, how about I knew I was pregnant? Like, I'm not being funny, as a female, you know when you're pregnant, you know when something is off, you know. Now, I didn't know my body as well as I knew it now, but I knew something was not shining. Okay, so I woke up, wasn't feeling well, and I thought, don't feel too good. Gotta go to the GP, see how I feel. GP said, oh, sometimes it's just body changes, everything is fine, you know, just see how it goes, blah, blah, blah. I've been sleeping a lot, I've been, So my mom doesn't live here, she goes back and forth, so she came to visit. Okay, cool. My mom's here, she's like, are you all right? Is everything all right? Are you okay? And I'm like, yes, mom, I'm fine. Meanwhile, I'd had my menstrual cycle. I'm gonna be polite on YouTube. I'd had my menstrual cycle, so I wasn't even bothered. I wasn't worried about anything. So I was like, yeah, mom, trust me, I'm fine. Like, why are you all up in the business? Like, I'm cool. She's like, okay, well, she said it in Tree. She was like, since me buy, you know, I said me who ye, you know, like, basically, since she's been here, it's like she can't read me. And I was like, mom, trust me, I'm fine. She was like, when was the last time you had your period? I said, like, a couple weeks ago. She was like, okay. So I was like, what's wrong with this woman? Like, why are you asking me bare questions? Then, I think about 2 weeks after that, she was cooking. So I walked into the house, opened the living room door. No, sorry, opened the kitchen door. She's cooking. I've walked into the kitchen and up till now, I still remember exactly how I felt that moment. I opened the kitchen door open and it was just this stench. Now, usually my mom's cooking is, you can smell the aroma. You can, like, I can smell it from outside. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my hands. So I've opened the door. I thought she was cooking like shaki. Shaki is like cow intestines or animal intestines, basically. It's like an African delicacy. We don't cook it. So I thought, is she cooking shaki? Like, what's going on? She wasn't cooking shaki, bruv. Man was pregnant, innit? Man was pregnant still. So I walked in. I ran outside of my house. I literally ran outside and I was like, gagging. I can't believe how much I remember the exact moment. It's crazy to me. I had like saliva coming out of my mouth. It was like I wanted to vomit. I was like, no. She was like, are you all right? Like, are you Nana, what's wrong with you? Like, are you okay? Like, are you okay? I was like, mom, I'm fine. Like, I think I'm just not feeling well. My body is just doing some stuff. She was like, okay, night before she's going to Ghana, she called me again. Is everything all right? When was the last time you had your period? And I said, a couple of weeks ago, just before you came. Are you having sex? I said, my man, I'm 24 years old. I was like, my partner lives with me. Girl, really? I was like, mom, no, come on. Like, I was like, we're not having this conversation. Like, really, we're not having this conversation. She's like, I have to ask because since I've been here, you've just been different. Everything has been different. And I said, yeah, I haven't been feeling well. My period was a couple weeks ago, but still, like, I haven't been feeling well. She said, well, I think we should take a pregnancy test. I think you should go to Asda right now and get a pregnancy test. We should take it. Like, it was like 12:30 at night time. She knows Asda's 24 hours. She had to make sure we knew what was happening before she got on that flight the next day. I said, all right, cool. I drove to Asda. There was no pregnancy tests. Lucky me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. At this point, I knew I was pregnant. I knew. I could feel it. I could sense it. I just knew I was pregnant. Cool. But opening up my mouth to say to my mum, I'm sure I'm pregnant, it was the hardest thing I feel like I would have ever had to do if she hadn't already known in her spirit that I was pregnant. I just feel like, all right, cool. So a part of me, the fact that she said I should go and get the pregnancy test, it was a bit of a relief. So I was like, all right, cool. We're going to find out together. Cool. I took a pregnancy test at the airport the next morning because Boots was the only place I could find a pregnancy test. I went into the bathroom and lo and behold, pregnant. I was pregnant. I was like, shit. I was like, bruv, how am I gonna show this test that's not negative to man's Marjay? Like, what? Hold on. Pregnant. Like, even though I knew it, a part of me wanted that test to be negative just so that she could go to Ghana. Like, I just wanted her to go to Ghana. I just wanted her to be in Africa when I called her and I said, Mum, Mingim, or I'm pregnant. Because then I didn't have to see her face, if she was disappointed, if she would cry. My mum's not your typical African parent, but she is a little bit strict in it. And she does get a bit disappointed. She doesn't, you know, if she's disappointed, she's disappointed, you know what I mean? I'm the only child. We've got a great relationship. So for me to come and say I'm not, and on top of that, I wasn't working at the time. Like, I had been made redundant. Like, things were just not going well for me at that time. So for me to come and add pregnancy on top of the cake that's already been covered with sprinkles and things. So came out of the bathroom in the airport. I said, Mum. She said, anyway, yeah, I know already. Call Spencer for me. I said, yeah. I'm dead. I'm finished. I'm done. She said, yeah. She said, okay, Spencer, wow. So Nana is pregnant. At this point, I'd already hinted to him that I'm pregnant. Like, bro, like, what are we gonna do? Like, it's a bit peak, you know? He's like, oh, Nana said she's told you. Because obviously, after I said, you know what, Mum, I told him that it's very likely. So he said, okay, well, we've done the test. And, you know, Nana's pregnant. He said, okay, cool. It's like, well, what we need to do now, we need to focus on her. We need to focus on her health. We need to make sure that she's not stressed out. You know, I just need you to look after her. Get a bit emotional. When I tell you, yeah, my heart was beating so much to the point where I didn't know where the conversation was gonna go. I thought she was gonna be like, you mother like. She was like, no, Nana's pregnant. You know, what we need to mean, what steps are we going to take? We need to move forward. I'm not here. I can't. I was surprised because she was more worried about her not living here and her me not having that sort of support, rather than she's pregnant, she's not married, what am I going to do? Like, I never in a million years thought my mum was going to be so chill. Like, obviously she panicked, innit? Her heart beat, you know. She even took a picture of the pregnancy test, like, just for her own safekeeping. I'm sure she still got that picture. But I was very shocked. Very, very shocked with my mum's response. Very shocked. I couldn't believe it. And do you want to know what's so funny? The moment I left her at the airport and I got in my car, I remember I cried like a baby. Like, I don't think you guys understand. I cry like, but this one, I cried like a baby. Wah. Because I thought, hold on. She didn't shout. She wasn't upset. She wasn't disappointed. She said it's a blessing. Ah, but you're in a relationship. Like, the things that my mom said, I was beyond. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I was like, girl, what you doing, my mama? I must say, it wasn't your typical, I'm pregnant, oh, let's throw a party, you know, typical how you'd hope your pregnancy story would be. But the bottom line is, she caught me. She knew. Like, I think from the moment she stepped foot into the UK, she was like, it's written all over your face. Because I wasn't myself. I was sleeping. I was tired. I was just, but I put that down to like stress, or obviously looking for jobs and all these things, and you know. But she surprised me. Like, she really surprised me. I can't even lie. She really surprised me. So my advice to you guys out there is basically, don't be scared to do it. I know that, you know, when it comes to like African culture, they want you to be married. They want you to, you know, have your house, be stable. I have a house. Like, I have somewhere to live. Do you know what I mean? Fortunately, I'm quite fortunate, should I say. I'm not balling. I'm not rich. I wasn't rich at the time. I was struggling. I was looking for a job. It was hard for me. So that's where my worry was. That's where more where my worry was. Like, what am I going to do? Like, even though I was with someone, it's like automatically you step into mum mode, and you don't really, sorry to say, you don't really think about what your partner's going to contribute, because God forbid if you date. Like, I can't explain where your mind goes the moment you find out you're pregnant. It's just a mix of emotions. It's just a mix of emotions. But honestly, telling your parents is not going to be as horrible as you think it is. I feel like, depending on your situation, depending on your background, I feel like you should just be honest. And pregnancy should be celebrated. I feel like pregnancy is not really celebrated in the African culture, especially when it's out of wedlock. Like, I feel like, as my mum said, children are a blessing, you know, regardless of the situation, regardless of it, they're still a blessing. Like, many people do not get that opportunity. It seems like pregnancy is everywhere, but many people do not get that opportunity to have a child of their own, to create a whole human being. No matter how traumatic that experience was, that will be for next Monday. I'm gonna fill you in. But yeah, that was me telling and not telling my mum I was pregnant. I told her I was pregnant in the airport. But yeah, as I said, when I got in that car, I cried like a baby, and it was something. And then all of a sudden, the hormones, it just came, whoosh, full throttle. My mouth, saliva, I spat. I stopped to spit on the road more than how many, do you know what? I'm gonna save that for next Monday. But guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Make sure, because every Monday, it's a promise, I'm gonna post something motherhood related. Because my channel is so all over the place, like there's vlogs, there's hair, there's, you know, there's many things. I'm gonna do every Monday, Mummy Monday. Every week I'm gonna have a story to tell, something motherhood related. I think I've made that quite clear. But guys, once again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Spread it, 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 spread it. And don't forget to subscribe. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next week, but again, last but not least, do not be scared to tell your mother or your father that you are pregnant. If you are pregnant and you plan on keeping your child, celebrate it within yourself, because if you go, actually, very good advice. The way you tell people you're pregnant is the way they will react to you. Does that make sense? So if you go and you say, I'm pregnant, everyone's gonna be like, oh. But if you go in like, I'm pregnant, everyone's gonna be like, ah. There's a big difference in how you tell people you are pregnant. So let's just bear that in mind. But as I said, every Monday, make sure you subscribe for more mom stuff videos. Bye guys. Hey guys, it's Nana. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, like, come on, what are you doing? I'm a bit raspy. Is that the word? Raspy. Because I've got a cold, so, you know. Hey guys, it's Nana. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do, because really and truly, you're missing out. You're sleeping. It's just hit the subscribe button and your life will just be better, because I'm gonna be in it. Let's get down to business, shall we?